EnVyUs' strength, which is just those overwhelming entry kills, just storming into bomb sites, and there's a lot more space on Mirage, in the middle of the map, in that 8 bomb site where you don't have to play close up towards the choke points, neutralizes all those entry frags that EnVyUs is just so strong with.
Yeah, now our featured matchup, as we've been selecting throughout, we've gone for Happy, again, the in-game leader who likes to frag for EnVyUs, and we've picked from Na'Vi. It is Flamey. So Duncan, I'll bring you in. I know obviously you've talked a lot about Flamey and kind of his up and down, the peaks and troughs of his career. Where is he at the moment coming into this major?
He has started to turn the corner a little bit. He was the guy where after their really hot summer, him just disappearing in the big games, in the semis, in the quarters, was part of the reason why they couldn't go further at the last major, didn't get beyond certain semi-final type situations, and didn't kind of dropped off from being a contender, basically. I think for me, he reminds me of Viali in Virtus Pro. He's like the barometer, basically. If you see that he's heading in the right direction, and then the main star's there, so in Virtus Pro it's Snacks, and in this team it's Guardian. If the main star's in position, and then the guy like Viali or Flamey joins him, that's when the team's really dangerous. That's when they can beat almost anyone. But he is very up and down. He seems like a guy where, I mean, you look at his style of play, it's either going to be like 3 crazy Twitch headshots, or he might just miss a 30-bullet spray. He's really that kind of extreme player. That's also why I contrast him with Bialik. It's the same thing. The aim is either crazy or it's just nothing. There's no like consistent line through it. So he definitely could be the guy who carries this game, and he can always be an X factor for the team. The difference is, Happy's a bit more consistent in his output. You know, where he's going to get the kills, how he's going to get kills, who he's going to let die first so he can get the kills.
Yeah. Which hey, sometimes if you get the kills afterwards,
hey, listen,
it works.
Like I always tell them, listen, that's not baiting. You know, you're just not very good, so I was just using you to get me 2 kills. So I got you a kill. I saved it for you.
I think Na'Vi also, they kind of live and die with Guardian's performance. You notice it much more when Guardian is playing well because Na'Vi's going to win around it. You notice it much more when Guardian's missing because they're going to lose with it a lot more. When Happy's, if he doesn't have a great game, they have so many other tools around it that can be so effective that can still bring them to a win. I mean, we've talked about it, this new roster of EnVyUs since it got formed, top to bottom. It's probably surprising to say at the time when it formed that even more skilled than Fnatic from top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, we talked about Guardian briefly as well, and how, statistically in majors, he hasn't really been up to this, godlike status. This is somebody who is regularly talked about as one of the greatest AWPers in CSGO. For a period of time, he was the #1 AWPer.
You'll notice, by the way, just as an interesting aside as to how people think about players, everyone who talks about Kenny S, they'd always say, yeah, but stop saying he's the greatest. I mean, he's never made it that far in a major, because until the last one, he'd never made it to like the final or really deep run. I notice no one ever says that about Guardian. You never hear people who are fans of Guardian like, yeah, but he's never really had the major performance, never really done that well. Guy's never been past the round of 8 in a major. Oh no, he's been to the round of 4 once, the time they beat Dignitas at DreamHack Cluj-Napoca last year.
Just had the 60-second warning, gentlemen. The players are all readied up. Quick predictions.
Just knowing the map, I'm actually going to favor Na'Vi in this one.
Wow, big pick by Fiflar and Moses.
I'm going to stick with Envy.
Okay, I'm going to go with Envy, just because I think players are better, form's better. I actually think the map is good for Na'Vi. Yeah, I'm going to go with Envy for this one.
I can see this being a 16-14. I think EnVyUs is just going to shade it. Thanks for your thoughts, gentlemen. Without any further ado, let's get into the last game of the night. This is going to be an absolute war. EnVyUs versus Na'Vi in the final game. Take it away, boys.
Good evening, everyone. It's time for the last match of the evening. The CIS Savages versus the Baguette Barbarians. Who do you fancy for this one, Nazi?
I think it's a tough one to call, just like the panel said. I think the map really gives Na'Vi a lot of chances on this. Seriously, I mean, Envy was notorious of not liking Ross previously, but they apparently secretly practiced this for Cologne, and ever since they've been playing it, and their results are sort of mixed. So it's a bit of a coin flip for me right now. Hard to say.
Alrighty, well, Na'Vi are going to be starting on the CT side, Envy on the T side. Seeing lots of Kevlar being bought, Flamey opting for the 5.7 and the HE. Is used to get to buy, gonna go for the Kevlar, so no kit on the CT side.
On the T side, Apex has a set of nades. He has 2 flashes and a smoke grenade. So perhaps they have something planned out. Seems like they're gonna be going through those B apartments to the honor pass. So perhaps I'm going to split to A from the connector kind of thing happening. Not sure. They're just building up right now.
Yeah, so there's pretty much a full rotation towards B. So happy with some initial lurking towards A. Maybe suggesting a bit of a setup there. was wondering if they would maybe show the bomb towards B, but it looks like they will be committed. Flamey coming in with that HE, but is it going to do any damage? Kenny has to lose half of his life. Flamey coming in with that 5-7, taking down NBK, but traded by the T's. B-bomb's like clear now. They've got a lurker towards mid, but Happy will fall. So it is a 3 versus 3 retake attempt here for the CTs. Edward to go down quickly. Only Guardian C's remain. They both have Kevlar and the range of those P2000s.
Yeah, let's see how they work it out here. It's going to be Guardian coming in, but KDS gets him. Only C's left, and yeah, it's going to be crossfired and has no chance whatsoever. It's going to be EnVyUs picking up that pistol round. So Flamey was pretty much alone in that B bomb site, and with 3 guys coming in, he only managed to get 1 kill when he gets before getting traded away. So, you know, Navi getting EnVyUs rather getting that bomb site quite early on, getting the bomb down and just getting the positioning right, and then a bit of a push to Kitchen to get that kill over there as well. And that was pretty much it. EnVyUs going up 1-0.
So the players who got kills in that round on the CT side will be able to afford the scouts. Flamey and C's going to pick them up. Bit of a force going in for the rest of the team. Not going all the way though. No Kevlar being bought by Zeus, opting for a HE instead, leaving just a few $100s in the bank here. Yeah, a very usual position here. Flamey is going to be one jumping with that scout there in B, just scouting away. Meanwhile, EnVy taking it really slow, just trying to feel out if Navi is bringing any aggression. MPK scouting this A slope, and you have the rest of the players just scattered around the map. So nothing really happening so far, just a lot of waiting here so far. So you can see Kenyas with the Mac 10 and Apex with the Tech 9. You can expect those two to be the aggressors in case they go down. They won't want to give Navi any massively strong guns. So far so good for EnVy, only losing Apex, but the AK and Galil of Happy and NBK going to come in to cut down these CT numbers. NBK going to take down Guardian towards the stairs as the teammates come through connector. And it's that last scout now. Flamey taking down the bomb carrier. 3 players left. Only NBK is going to be one shot. Actually, Kiyoshima's been tagged as well, down to 29. Flamey could do some serious damage here. Bomb should get planted. That nade, though, is going to put a close end to things. Kobe!
Yeah, that was right on the money, wasn't it? Flamey going down with that, and that was just a slow build-up for a split through that connector for EnVy, and just another example of them attacking together very well, making sure they're getting the trade kills, making sure that they're going to be the one with the advantage in any possible situation, and EnVy bringing it up. They lost 2 men in that one. It's all right. It's going to be MBK and Apex actually continuing with some pistols. We got Deagle and MPK, and Apex with the Tech 9, so they'll probably be the ones scouting out.
Saw Guardian with about 2,700 there, holding his money for the AWP in future rounds. Again, this is a standard anti-eco so far from EnVy. So Flamey's got a kill onto Happy after Happy taking 2. He's picked up an AK as well, so now the question is, does he go for the save? You can see the B bomb site's been abandoned by Navi, so they'll have to try and either go for an unlikely retake or try and play for exits. Zeus will go down, and now the question is, does Flamey save? You can see him in CT spawn at the moment, but the EnVy side will start to slowly spread. Yeah, at this point, Navi and Flamey is hoping to get some exit kills going on here to make sure that he's going to make some problems when it comes to economy to EnVy, but unfortunately for him, it's going to be those EnVy players going towards those B halls, but Z's picks up Kiyoshima, getting that AK. Can he make more happen here? Nope. NBK says nope. Well, Flamey still in CT spawn. Looks like he will save the AK. That's going to be an important save. Obviously, it's going to have the advantage over the the M4s. Yeah, definitely. With Edward, for example, only sitting at 4.3k start of this round. So that's going to mean that one more player is going to have more sets of nades to work with in this round for Navi. So the question is, how are EnVy going to approach this? They know Guardian's going to be in. Oh, Guardian's got no armor. He didn't save enough money, presumably. He's gone for the 2 flashbangs. Yeah. So how are they going to approach? They know Guardian's going to be on the AWP. They won't know he is sans armor, as the French might say, in a better accent, of course. Look at the aggression, though. He's already almost up in middle. He's going to have a lot of information. In just a moment's time, he'll know that there's nobody up there. But doesn't take the peek, though, so he's not 100% sure what's going on. Yeah, it seems that NBK is positioned to throw a smoke into CPL, but there's nobody in CPL now. They know that there's going to be no push coming anytime soon in mid. So what is the play here from Navi? How do they use and exploit this information? They've got no one pushing A. They've still got just 2 people towards B, so it's pretty much a standard formation from the CT side. You can see The B hall's being smoked off now, and the entire EnVy team is there. They seem committed. The flashes are coming in. Flamey will be able to reposition though, and Seas will run distraction from short. Kishima being taken down. Now here comes the crossfire from the CTs. Flamey coming in as well. Kenny S will fall, and there's the first frag finally for the EnVy side, but the rotations are coming in already. Apex happy go down. NBK only 15 HP. How much damage can he do? Not that much. Guardian surviving with the AWP as well. We'll be able to buy armor next round. And yeah, Na'Vi haven't taken too much damage here.
Yeah, great shot from Seast and Flamey there, and Flamey especially keeping alive behind that bench for so long, and then they got 2 kills before he went down. Zeus got into the action as well, and EnVy has had really nothing going on in that site, so they were not able to be explosive enough to make an impact, and it's gonna be Na'Vi creeping up on that scoreboard. EnVy though still got the money to purchase on this one.
Oh, interesting. Double AWP, and it's going to be a solo B play from Seas with Diop. Often you'll see when there's 2 ops on the CT side, one will be on short, one will be on CPL, but this is a very different approach from Na'Vi, and they might have the plays in the right direction because there's an execute coming in towards the A side. They've lost these players, but then so have the CTs now. We've got a lurker again in Happy coming in mid, going to try and kill the rotations and make things harder for the CTs, but Zeus knows what he's like. He's waiting for him, and he'll punish him for it. Apex and Kishima remain heavily tagged now, both waiting towards the A side, where Guardian will keep hold of it with his trusty AWP. Fear for Apex and Kishima should they choose to peek here. Knowing how strong Guardian is, Seas and Zeus will occupy other territories.
And Zeus has a lot of information right now. He's gone up from that B underground.
Oh, Apex coming in. The Barbarians indeed will take the A site. Now things are going to get difficult for Na'Vi. Going to be smoked out of the site. Seas missing the shot, getting flashed as well. Bomb should be planted here. Zeus is on a long rotation. He's still quite a few seconds away, but his position may not be expected by the T's here. If Seas can stay alive, then Zeus, if he can get up this ramp fast enough, could get his team back into this. We can see Apex just on the site watching CC, gets taken down for free. The question is, where is Kishima? He's only got 37 HP. The molly coming in towards fireboxes, ironically. The smoke coming into Palace, but C's looking the wrong way. Can't see behind the box. There's Kishima, gets traded by Zeus. Is there time to defuse the bomb? He's got the kit. That's going to be the round for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that should have been over way before it actually was. Apex going just nuts there, getting that 3K. And that was an interesting round to start off with. It was EnVy was actually setting up for an A take, and Na'Vi at the same time went for a push, aggressive. 3 guys were towards that A slope. They flashed over. They went for an early battle there. So we can see here in the replay, but Apex, look at this, 2 kills here. That second one especially, and that's what made it possible. And this third one too was a beautiful one, but in the end, Kishima wasn't able to make that 1-on-2 happen.
One thing to bear in mind is only 1 person survived for Na'Vi. That was very expensive for them. If they lose this round, then EnVy could extend their lead once again. Very fast trades coming in. Guardian with a 2-man in mid, and it's down to 2 versus 2. Bomb is down for a few seconds, picked up by Apex, and he will make his escape. You can see Happy on A slope there. They'll know where one Na'Vi player is, but where is the other one? What is the play here? You can see the 2 EnVy players spread out now, going to be discussing their options, and it seems Happy maybe going to try and run distraction to enable a bomb plant so they can keep up the pressure worst case scenario. And again, the CTs are going to be split as well.
Yeah, that was an interesting build up there. That was EnVy just taking that middle very fast, and just kills were traded left and right, ended up in a 2-on-2. Right now, the T's, like you mentioned, are really split up. Happy's going to try to create a distraction towards the A bomb site, and you have Apex here with the bomb just waiting in B hall, so let's see how this pans out.
The good thing is that EnVy still have a reasonable amount of time for Happy to play how Happy plays. But looking the wrong place at the wrong time, Zeus will find a headshot. But is that going to cause rotation from Flamey? Looks like it is. And Apex should hear him running away, so he can just wait a few seconds. I think he went for a shot, actually. He didn't manage to get the connection. Now Flamey realizes what's going on. The bomb gets planted. So worst case scenario is being ticked off right here for EnVy. Now Apex will hope to get himself 2-1 versus 1. He's got the AK as well. There's the first one, taking down Zeus. Now it's Flamey with a FAMAS versus Apex. Going to shoot him straight in the face, pick up the AK as well, and the defuse will come in. Na'Vi evening things up here.
Yeah, like I said, that was an interesting early on. Just a lot of trade kills going around, and then Happy trying to go to that A bomb side in a 2-on-2. Apex in a 1-on-2 to that B, getting that bomb down, getting the first kill, but not managing to clutch it in that 1-on-2. But again, everyone but one from Na'Vi goes down, so it's going to be a hard one for the CTs. Also, when you're struggling with money, it's going to be an issue, especially if they happen to lose this one. See what EnVy decides to do. If they're going to be investing on this one, they do, because they know exactly how low money is for Na'Vi right now. So they know if they can win this one, they can force a potential double eco to Na'Vi.
You saw that steely gaze there from Apex. One of the friendliest faces outside of the game, but he is purely focused on ruthless aggression in this match, and EnVy doing as EnVy do with the Force once again. But look at the buy from Na'Vi. They are lacking in the grenades, lacking in weaponry. Edward down to the max 7. So EnVy going to try and maybe not expecting AWP here. Going to go for a 3-4-man presence in the mid area, and Guardian has moved elsewhere. We can see plays in CT now. Kenny's coming in with the Tech 9. C's getting absolutely wrecked, but Na'Vi, can they keep control of the critical areas of the site? And Map, Guardian holding things down from CT, but there are a number of EnVy players coming through Connector. Zeus has got to find more. He's going to get headshot by Kenny's as well. Who needs an AWP? He's got a Tech 9 and he's close enough to find those heads. Guardian misses a shot there. He's 1 against 3 at the moment. He needs a teammate to come in from short, but he's going to get traded before Flamey can do anything. He's going to get wrecked by NBK as well. And now Na'Vi have finally been broken. The force buy is paying off for EnVy.
It definitely did, and that was enabled by Kenny getting that kill on short, and then that initiated one of the CTs to push into that A slope to get some information. Happy took him also, made it into 5-on-3. Guardian tried to chime into it, and another player in jungle as well, but eventually NBK getting those last 2 kills, and that's going to be putting EnVyUs in a 4-3 situation, and Na'Vi, like I mentioned, is going to be in a huge economic situation right now. Very bad situation for them. They're going to be sitting at 1.5 or so potentially a double save for them.
EnVy with no Molotovs to speak of whatsoever on this anti-eco, although they are possibly the most individually talented team in the game, and they'll rely on their aim here. Zeus almost reveals himself, but Happy has an inkling. He will get traded though by Guardian. Now we'll see how EnVy can clean up the rest of the round. That gun should be irretrievable in the near future, but I think someone is trying to get it actually. That's Flamey headed in the direction.
Wow, just look at the shots that EnVy's right now is just hitting. They're just hitting headshots left and right, everywhere. It doesn't matter if even if they go individual, just 1 by 1, they're still making these kills happen. It can be scary at times when you're scattered like that and not playing together, but they're making it work. Edward, though, he's going to get that kill on Apex, but Kenny is going to make sure that Edward doesn't get anything more, and it's going to be EnVy picking up that round.
Yeah, you can see the money for Na'Vi absolutely sucks still. So we might see the second eco coming in here. Again, they just need the guns, they need the utility through the grenades here to try and hold off EnVy. Try and sap the time for the T's to exploit the map for as long as possible. And indeed, we're going to see the quad deagle buy.
Yeah, it is.
Looking for the meat shots, looking to take EnVy to the butchers, but again, EnVy's aim may be too sharp, too quick versus such small weaponry here. We have Zeus coming in with a 5-7, going to be playing the close range, looking for those one-taps. He's got a smoke as well, and he's bought full armor with the Kevlar plus helmet. I'm not sure what the purpose of the helmet is here versus AKs and an AWP. He's going to start to push as well, but there's going to be multiple guns waiting for him. Can he find anything here? I think the arm's being raised. NBK looking for the angle, but he won't be needed. Apex going to take him down. NBK is going to clear out the A sites. Again, this is an anti-eco. Only Flamey remains here, going to try and position himself to do a bit of economical damage. Looking at the health of the players on EnVy actually, yeah, Flamey could get a lot of deep kills here if he positions himself in the right place at the right time. But Kishima says no.
Not happening, sir. Not happening. You saw EnVy there. They were actually setting up for a take with smokes and stuff, but once they realized, I'm not sure if they realized it was going to be a save for Na'Vi, but once they did realize that it's going to be one of those situations, they just abandoned the whole idea. Instead, just went with their aim, and here we see Apex and NBK just making sure that nothing can go wrong with that A site, and there we go. So EnVy picking up that 6th round.
Guardian back on the AWP, gonna have more grenades than a fair few of his teammates as well. But you don't often expect the AWPers to be having naves out. Going to be concentrating on the big green guns.
Yeah, Happy here, just creating a bit of a distraction in the middle while his teammates are actually setting up for an A take. It's going to be a lot riding on Zeus and Edward here.
Look at the push through apps. There's a lot of info for Na'Vi to gain here. Yep. Flamey's going to stay deep in the apps, and Guardian's going to rotate towards the A side, but is he going to get there in time? Will he even be needed at this point? We've got the EnVy players falling. They've only taken Zeus. Edward gets caught short. 3 versus 3 now, and Guardian is here, but Flamey is miles away, and the numbers are thinning for the CT side. NBK getting taken down by Guardian. That's going to limit the places that EnVy can plant the bomb, and Flamey may be in a good position to stop any plant from coming in. Things slowing down now. Kenny S behind the fireboxes. and he's got the bomb as well, so there's no option for a rotation here from Envy. Flamey looking for the head, Flamey finding the head. Now it's just down to Happy, he's going to get taken down as well. 2 players surviving for Na'Vi. They're winning the rounds, but again, they're just not winning with enough players alive.
Yeah, it's very costly, that's for sure. And like you rightly pointed out, there's a guy in B halls from Na'Vi getting information that nothing's going on there. So they got the 1 second advantage of over-rotating to that A site, knowing that the attack is probably going to be coming there, and it paid off in the end. But it was very costly, though. As you can see, Na'Vi doesn't have a lot of money to work with. So again, it's going to be a fragile situation. And Envy still has the money to buy on this one fully without a problem.
Okay, so Envy coming in with the numbers, refusing to fear Guardian in this situation. He was a bit late to leave CT spawn, and he won't be engaging in CPO. Indeed, he's over towards the B bomb site. So Na'Vi with a bit of a potentially unexpected formation to try and surprise Envy. And there's fast aggression from Envy towards the short area. Kenya's coming up in the boost, maybe unexpected. Oh, it's gonna lick Flamey. That'll be the warning shot, and Guardian will be the punishment for it. CT's looking for information in connector. They will find 2 Ts there, which is gonna worry him a bit, but the bomb's been taken down in mid now, and the Envy numbers are half of what Na'Vi have, so they're in a really bad spot here. You can see Kishima dancing around the smoke, but really, there's so much for him to do. Gonna catch Edward isolated, but he doesn't know where C's is behind the smoke. Might hear some bullets rattling off, but will he find the frag? Getting tagged a little bit more, but he's still alive. He's the only one left for his team now. Question of damage, he can't do any more. Na'Vi survived with 3 players this time.
Yeah, a lot of work C's did there, actually. Not picking up that last kill, though. Flamey picked it up, but C's got 2 kills, I think, in the middle. And that was just Envy taking that middle with force. Na'Vi giving that space, not really caring about it. Envy went too short. Flamey got leg shot, but then Guardian picked off Kenny eventually. And I think, yeah, there we go. That's the 2nd kill from C's. It's a nice, clean headshot. And the 3rd one on A.
Look at this force from Envy. They've got 2 AKs, 2 Tech 9s, and the Honest Deagle. But they've got a lot of nades though, so they can go for some semblance of an execute here, maybe offer a bit of a wall, try and get close with those Tech 9s, get the 1-taps as Kenny S did on a former round.
And if any team, they're exactly the team to make this kind of buys work.
And look at the difference here. Guardian is all over the place. He is being unpredictable. Again, the last few rounds he's been over towards B. Now he's over towards CT on A. NBK getting taken down. That's a nasty surprise for him. Apex and Co trying to force their way into the site, being traded by the CTs. Still a man advantage for them, and again, the limited supply of Envy in terms of weaponry won't do much. Na'Vi surviving with 4 players. Now, let's just bear in mind the CTs and how many players they survive with. It's going to be critical to their economy. Starting to build slowly but surely. You'll see them finally get full nades on the board as well. Yeah,
that was a very important round. Guardian working with that op again, and Envy not making that force play really work out. They just couldn't make the attack efficient enough. Basically, not getting out of that A slope area. That's the thing when you're force playing with the Tech 9s. You want to get really up close. They didn't manage that and got dismantled by Na'Vi, and that's going to actually put Envy, rightfully so, into a save situation.
Now we see Guardian headed over towards the CPO area. He could potentially actually be playing spawns at this point. Who knows? We'll have to try and keep an eye on it later on. For now, we're going to have a number of Envy players towards the underpass area, and Guardian's been taken down. Maybe went for a cursory peek, and he was punished for it. Don't know where the AWP landed. We'll keep an eye on that. Now the T's are moving through connector, but they're all heavily tagged, and there is a distinct lack of armor on these players. Edward trying to do what he can, but he's going to get shot in the face as well. 3 versus 5. Again, Envy playing the numbers game. Apex taking down Zeus. There's only 2 Na'Vi players left. Again, there's little armor on these T's. They can still bring this back if T's can continue to get these 1v1s. NBK's going to get some parkour in there and escape. 2 versus 4, still heavily tagged, but the clock is ticking. They both have defuse kits, but they need to find the frags. Kishima teasing, Kishima fragging. NBK goes down. 2 left. Sees if he finds the other play, he could just go for a straight defuse here. Apex, though, is going to be too close now, and I don't think Steve's realised going for loads of fakes. But is he going to look the wrong way? Finally gets the frag, and Na'Vi will take it over the line here. Just about, again, 1 person surviving.
Yeah, I mean, what happened there? That's just another example of how crazy Envy is with those pistols. Almost making it work without armors, and they got so low. Almost all 4 of them, everyone except for Apex was so low in that situation that really enabled Cease to make that clutch possible. And here he did. A very big round going further here. Na'Vi actually the first time they're getting a lead on this one.
Double AWPs coming out for the Envy side, taking a different approach. Let's keep an eye on where these AWPs are going. Again, Guardian headed over towards the B bomb sites. And Envy gonna be having NBK smoke CPL once again. And there it is, Guardian. He was in mid last round, now he's in B. Where's he gonna be next round? Envy will have no idea. You saw him very briefly holding that little crack peek. which goes all the way to the stairs leading to underpass. Very, very tight angle, but all these pros will be aware of it. You often see Virtus Pro, for example, jumping past that angle on their approach. So a man down for EnVy and things will slow down, but Apex with a pick over towards Short. That will allow him to take control of Connector, taking down Zeus as well as he tries to mount some offense for the Na'Vi side. 3 versus 4 after their early advantage. With the control in mid, you can see the bomb rotating towards A as well for the splits.
That's the scary thing about EnVy right now is we have players like Apex that can just create openings even after losing that entry. It's crazy, but Edward...
He's taken the bomb! Everything changes now, but there's a lot of time on the clock here for EnVy to get back into this. Again, they've got the man advantage. Edward doesn't have much life. Great flash, but can he find any frags? Apex is going to take him down. It's not working out for Na'Vi here. Flamey now positioned well to try and stop the plant, but where are EnVy going to go for the plant here? They have no idea where the CT is. Finally find him. That flash was key for EnVy to take that. That went back and forth so many times.
Yeah, that did. And I mean, it was all up to Apex. He got 3K in that round once again, just going crazy, making those 2 kills once they've lost the first guy. They lost Happy to Guardian right away. But here we see it. Apex gets that kill on Guardian and gets that kill on Zeus, making the huge difference. And actually, yeah, he picked up this kill too. Right, so there we go. Well, it's going to be Na'Vi on a bit of a scrappy buy for the last one.
Yeah, Guardian's been taken to the toy store and he's come out with a scout. So we'll see. He'll need to find the headshots. Na'Vi have next to no nades. 2-man peak will do the job in Palace, but there are 4 people on the A site here for Na'Vi, and EnVy are charging towards B from short. Only Guardians there with a scout, going to get absolutely punished. New hitboxes say goodbye, my friend. 3 players to try the retake here for Na'Vi. They are miles away from the B bomb site here. You cannot fancy their chances.
Yeah, that was an excellent call from EnVy, pushing from B short with 4 guys, and then now we have Apex picking up Zeus as well. It's going to be Flamey and Edward, the 2 lone warriors for Na'Vi, trying to retake, but right now I don't think there's a lot going for them, to be honest with you. It's gonna be a super hard retake.
Nice flash trades, but at this point EnVy will feel confident about taking this round. Edward taken out from the back. EnVy will take a 1-round lead over to the second half.
Yeah, that was a lot of battles, that's for sure. It was like a lot of back and forth, kind of a half where you never know. Even one team was getting that first kill, you wasn't really sure which team was going to come out on top of that round. So a lot of great battles, and Apex I thought was the biggest difference maker for EnVy on that first half for sure.
Na'Vi are one of the teams, maybe along with Titan, who has shown us some of the more advanced strategies on the T side of this map. We'll see what they have to offer. It's been a long time since we saw the B fake from Na'Vi, where they throw the smoke from T spawn all the way onto short and so on. It's had great effects in the past. Yeah,
the thing with the T side of Na'Vi is, I mean, it really lives and dies with Guardian a lot of the time. And obviously, like we all know, they play really slowly. They let the time go down to the last 20 to 15 seconds before making decisions. So they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves to make the right call at that point in time. So there's not a lot of variables that need to go in a way that they were not expecting for a round to really go from good to really bad.
Well, I believe StarX is still making the calls at the beginning of the round, with Zeus doing the mid-round calls there. Again, we saw a lot more rotation from Guardian than we normally see from Na'Vi.
Which is great, though. I mean, when you're an opper as good as Guardian, I mean, that's exactly what I would want him to do as well. Go pick from different sides of the map to just keep your opponents guessing. Go peek B, go peek window, go peek underpass sometimes, go peek A halls, A slope, you know, just keep him guessing. Not make sure that, you know, they'll not be sure where you are.
All playing for that silverware up those stairs. Nobody is allowed up there, save for Red Eye, until someone has been crowned a champion.
Let's hope no one trips on the stairs.
Yeah, that would be a nasty face plant. Plasters may be required. Why are you fronting, dude? Huh? What's that face about? Right, we're getting into the second half now. It's EnVy's turn to defend, but they're a team where attack is often the best form of defense.
Well, let's look at what Na'Vi's going to be buying here. They have Guardian and Zeus with smokes, so that makes you believe that there's going to be some kind of a setup or an actual execute coming from Na'Vi to build up here. At the same time, you have EnVy with 4 guys with that armor and just MBK
we have
with the defuse.
We have a double raid boss on the Na'Vi side. We've got Tech9 Zanama. They are looking for some dirty plays.
They are.
All right, well, we have an aggressive position from none other than Happy towards the B bomb site. So Na'Vi will have to check their corners. Should they choose to go there a bit later on?
Yeah, they seem like they're going to be smoking off that jungle. They're going to have Zeus, they're going to have C's coming up this connector, using that Tech9 armor. That's the front man.
Boom. Apex going to get taken down quickly towards A. Will that cause a heavy rotation? It will be needed because the bomb is going in that direction. Guardian's being taken down, but the bomb's stuck on the slope. That's going to be a nasty choke point to try and retrieve it. Man advantage for the CTs at the moment. They've got Happy coming in from short, but he's smoked off, so he won't be able to frag those players coming through Connector. Edward going for a big rotation, actually, leaving Zeus alone, and he's been spotted. He goes down, so it's Edward versus the remainder of France here. Many baguettes to eat through if he wants to take this round for his team. Coming up towards A now. 40 seconds on the clock here, and if he's going to walk through Palace, he's not going to be left with much time. He has Kevlar, that's the only thing going for him at the moment, plus the number of bullets in that clip. But he's going to have 3 people to find, and probably less than 20 seconds by the time he gets to this opening in Palace. And there is Kenyes just watching the angle, although it seems he is having to concentrate on slope as well. So now Edward's position is known. The range of those USPs will only require 1 bullet to the face, and Envy take the first round of the second half.
That was a Kiyoshima show. He was around those CT stairs and got 3 kills when Navi was attacking that side. I think we're going to have that as the replay here. Here we see he just dismantles this attack on his own as Navi's trying to do that A split. Spoken of jungle, coming up connector with 2 guys at least. But obviously not happening when you have something like this playing with that USP and destroying that whole attack.
So Navi going to go for the force here. 3 people over towards the A sites. They have the passive hold towards mid from Edward, just checking for any aggression from Envy.
The casual Nova for MBK as well in the works.
Big popper pump. He's looking to make that cash, make that moolah, buy some pins perhaps, or maybe a baguette.
Or 2.
I don't know where the nearest baguette shop is.
I mean, we have them here for free too.
Yeah. So bombs being picked up, and Navi going to use the numbers game. Again, they have 4 smokes, a Molotov and a HE, so we can expect the Molly to probably go towards Shadow, and they might try to wall off the entire site to guarantee the plant, but considering the full buy they have, they're going to be looking to take the round as well. Again, in this situation, you have Titan who have a smoke execute towards B, which doesn't require armor and so on.
It's going to be a long rotate for the CT still, so Apex and Kiyoshima need to do a lot of work.
Indeed they do, but first Navi needs to get past the choke point, and they are losing. They are getting taken out, and Flamey going to get naded, but they're going to go through the smoke here. Still no frags to them, not a single frag for the Navi side. An expensive round for them, and it was a complete failure.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like Navi would have had the upper hand there to an extent. If they managed to get that first kill and just plow into that site, instead it felt like an eternity before they actually got up from that A slope and got any contact toward that site. And Kenny already had all that time to rotate in and getting these two beautiful shots on Zeus and Guardian. And Happy coming into play as well, picking up the last 2 kills. And like you said, Navi not picking up a single kill, and they were totally force buying on that one, so that's going to be putting them on a full save for this one.
So we've got 3 Navi players heading towards the A site, but the bomb is on its lonesome towards B at present. I don't know if Navi are going to try to pull the rotation here, but with only Glocks and the solitary P250, that may be a difficult task indeed. NBK just waiting to engage someone with those shells in that Nova.
Yep, he's just waiting on his porch with his Nova casually.
Oh,
for a big team to come in.
So much money to be made here from Apex. And there we go, Guardian going to just get naded into oblivion. Can Apex find the frags here? No, the pistols will come in to take him down. But again, the bomb is still just standing around at the moment. There's a minute left on the clock here, and again, I don't know how Navi are expecting to pull the rotation here from the B bomb site with these weapons, but they're having to retreat now towards A.
Yeah, that was interesting. You would have thought they would have tried to fully commit on that A push. Now they finally are. No, actually, it's the CTs that are pushing into that A slope. Kenny picking up Zeus, and it's going to leave Flamey here with that MP7 and Cease with that bomb, but he's already getting destroyed by an MBK. So bomb is down. Flamey's going to be the last guy in people with MP7. Kenny still making sure that Flamey's not getting any extra cash.
There we go. I mean, to that point, the NV side hadn't seen the bomb, so they're always going to suspect it could potentially be lurking somewhere else on the map.
Everyone's smart enough to realize that once.
Yeah, you're not going to abandon a site in that situation. That guy's holding the ace sign, but we haven't seen any aces. Dude, you are getting wrecked every time the camera faces you.
Question is MBK gonna, he actually is going to hold on this Nova for this first weapon round? May as well, I guess.
All right, so 5 AKs for the T side. And again, it's a brazen hold by the CTs, but they won't care if they lose the round as long as they win the next one. So Apex pushing up middle, taking down Edward, looking for Guardian. Guardian's heavily tagged, the health is red, the nade's coming in. and he has left the building. 5 versus 3. Not much damage taken by the EnVy side so far, and Apex will retreat to a more reasonable position.
And Flamey already up on a slope, picks up a kill on Happy, but gets taken out by Apex. And things just get more dire for Na'Vi at this point. Not a lot going for them. Not really sure how they weren't expecting that middle push at all. It seemed like they were just caught off guard really badly. And it's only going to leave the Zeus and C's here alone.
What's worse for Na'Vi is that the bomb has been left outside app, so they've only got 2 players, and one of them's going to have to rotate all the way back for them to have a chance of winning this round. So what is the play once they do? Actually, Zeus has a massively deep position towards A. Very passive hold by EnVy.
Yeah, some James Bond moves here, trying to get behind enemy lines. He's going to be that fundamental player if Na'Vi wants to have anything going on here. But Apex makes sure that's not going to happen. It's only going to be Cease left here. 100 HP though. It's going to be creeping up on that A slope. But obviously with 4 players still alive for EnVy, it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to get a plant unbeknownst to him, because he will have no idea what's safe. Going to go for the peak. Kishima looking to spray him through the box. He's going to find the connection there, but he's only got 6 bullets left. Apex goes down as well. Oh my god, we're actually going to see a plant. Does he have time to reload though? I think he does. AWP from Kenya. Is he going to go for the wallbang here? Sees where does he peek? He picks the wrong place. Kenny takes him down. An expensive round for EnVy, but they extend their lead once more to 5 rounds now.
Yeah, that got a lot closer than you would have imagined. Cease making it work there. And then getting those 2 kills to create a 1-on-2, getting that bomb down too. That's going to help them going further. They even might be able to buy on this one if they wanted to, and they will as well. But really sloppy started the round for Na'Vi. Just letting that aggression in middle surprised them totally, and that was pretty much the round over almost.
Double orbs coming out. Are we going to see a mid and short play from the CTs here? Let's see, Kenya is heading towards CPL, and Happy indeed is going towards B, so we can expect him to make an appearance on short. Edward close, you've got the smoke coming in. That can often let you have a gap towards short, and then indeed he's going for a fast short play actually, but Happy's in position, going to get wrecked though. Edward shooting him straight in the face there. That's going to weaken the B bomb site. Kenya's to rotate, and that's going to leave CPL open. Will we see a boost here? Edward very advanced now in the ladder room. He can control CPL from there as well.
Yeah, this is an interesting move from EnVy as well. They're just going to leave one guy towards that A site after losing the player, but that gives Zeus a lot of room. It's going to be already in jungle. He could be a huge play here. He could have a huge play here for us.
Indeed, Apex has been isolated towards 5 boxes, but his position currently undetected. Seen now, taking down Guardian. The nade coming in. Not going to do enough damage. Flamey, though, to finish him off. Now, we've got the T's in control of the connected area, in control of jungle. Where will the bomb get planted? Kishima falling as well. 2 players left for EnVy. Again, they've got a 5-round lead. They've got a cushion. But Na'Vi looking to crush it. We've got a big flank coming in from Edward as well, but the EnVy players are around the corner now. Kenya's taking a bit of tagging. Bombs on the floor at the moment. NBK detects the flank, but he doesn't win it. Kenny looks away, and Zeus will trade for seized. Na'Vi back to winning ways.
Yeah, that was Edward taking an initiative, going through that short right away. It was Happy. It was, like you pointed out, he was trying to get on short with that op, but gets destroyed by Edward. He gets into that CP of the house, and that creates an opening. Zeus gets up on connector, and then, you know, Apex was isolated on that bomb site. He gets one, but then gets killed, and that's the bomb site lost. And there you have it. Na'Vi's going to be getting up on the board again.
Despite winning the rounds, Na'Vi will have almost an inferior buy here. 3 Galils, losing Guardian early on as well. Kenyes to take him down. Na'Vi postulating around the mid area at the moment, but do they dare go for Kenyes? Indeed, the smokes will come down. Last time they had a fast mid play. This time they're going to go behind the boxes, or Zeus is. Still got Edward in T-spawn at the moment, presumably looking towards the A site in case there's any fast aggression, but there is none from EnVy, sitting on their lead at the moment, changing the pace of things.
Yep, and Na'Vi's still not really decided on what they want to do, where the bomb is going to actually go. They're just right now, they're trying to get that first pick. They're actually trying to make it 4-4 before making decisions, but the time is winding down right now. It's that 50-second mark. They don't have a lot going on right now, so in the end of the day, if they don't create an opening, they'll have to force something to happen.
Edward falls, the numbers thinning. Zeus gets taken down by Kenny as well. Happy's lurking in the ladder area. The 2 Na'Vi players left. Sees with the AWP and Flamey with the Gil. 35 seconds. What is the play here? He's throwing the bomb away, so I think they might be trying to just hold on to the weapons as best they can. The current weakness is the stairs from underpass, but there's no EnVy players around there. 5 EnVy players surviving. This was an important round where Na'Vi could try and catch up if they broke EnVy, but they've done the exact opposite. EnVy getting a bit too close to 16 rounds now.
Yeah, I think Na'Vi is going to be saving these weapons right now. It's only 10 seconds left on the board, and another example of how Na'Vi either lives or dies with Guardian. Guardian was the first guy to go down in this round, and afterwards Na'Vi really didn't have anything going on. They didn't manage to create any opportunities for themselves. And as we see, I think there's going to be a tactical pause here for Na'Vi as well in this situation, as it's looking pretty dire for Na'Vi for sure. Edwards looking at 1.5k. Obviously, they save 2 weapons, so they'll have it. You know, they can still make some kind of a purchase here.
Yeah, the money is all over the place for the players who fell. Edward 1500, Guardian 3400, Zeus 4950. Flamian Seas currently holding a Galil and an AWP respectively. If they force and they lose, they're probably thinking that they are heading out of this map.
Yeah.
So what is the play here? They're already 5 rounds away.
Yeah, and they have an op in play, so I mean, you know, it makes sense in this situation for them to force out. They're just thinking of the play right now. What should they do? How should they make it happen for themselves? But so far, I mean, they've not had a lot of luck. They've had situations where they've had the first kill, but then, and that's like the only round they even really got a chance on. But apart from that, it's just been EnVy dismantling Na'Vi.
Well, you can see them still discussing. Starrick's doing a lot of talking there. You know, under pressure, we can see that Na'Vi can sometimes have problems. You've seen Zeus can be a bit of a hothead. Hopefully, Starrick will be keeping things calm there. You can see Swag Lord Edward there. That amazing facial hair and head hair.
It is godlike, isn't it?
It is amazing. Actually, when I was the last time I saw them at the train station at DreamHack in Sweden, I think it was Edward who was lying on the floor on the road in the middle of the taxi ranks so the taxi couldn't park. It was just the most ridiculous thing.
Because why not? Why wouldn't you?
Why the hell not? Why the hell not? So they will have limited time to continue this discussion. Looks quite jovial in the EnVy camp, but Seized looks a little bit concerned. Yeah,
right now it must be pretty concerning for Na'Vi, to be honest with you. They tried the only thing they've really not tried is when they've had a full buy to go on a sort of an A execute. They've only done it in a situation where they didn't have a lot of money. So I mean, that mill has not really worked out that well. It's just that one round where Edward managed to get that pick, unhappy right away that they had an opportunity to use.
Na'Vi going for the buy after all. Edward will be limited to a Tech 9. AKs on Seized and Zeus. What is the play here from Na'Vi? They've got 3 people headed towards mid at the moment. Now, EnVy currently not challenging mid, maybe trying to get a read on what to expect from Na'Vi following that pause. Maybe expecting a fast aggression towards A. They've got 3 people focused on there at the moment, but Na'Vi are just creeping. 3 people up short. Will we see eyes from the CT side? Not yet. There is a smoke in connector. Yeah, and it's going to be 4 versus 1 at this point. But they've left a bomb in a passive position, so they can't really punish this as much as they would like to. Happy getting the first shot. Guardian going down again. Still in control of the mid area are Na'Vi. And there's Zeus making a lot of noise towards Palace, and he's going to get himself 2 frags out of nowhere. Now the last 3 EnVy players are spread out across the map. But Happy again getting another frag onto Flamey. The bomb still left in a passive position. Someone's going to have to concede map control to go and pick that up. 49 seconds remaining. And Na'Vi had a good advantage, but now it's disappearing. Seized falling to NBK.
Yeah, Zeus creating the opportunity. He gets the 3rd kill as well to make it a 2-on-2, but that was Na'Vi just throwing an opportunity away. They should have just teamed up and gone together. They kept going individually, and that's just going to be all on Zeus, basically. Happy's really low though, and Zeus managed to get that kill too, making it 2-on-1. Just gonna leave NBK alone, and the bomb is creeping its way towards that A site as well.
Problem is the bomb has to cross to the site to get the plant, and NBK may hear the running here, but can he stop him from getting over? He's looking for it, he's fishing for it, he's got a hook, and he takes the bomb down. The 2nd man as well, and Na'Vi are in serious trouble here.
Like I said, I mean, that was just an awkward round because like Zeus created like great individual play from him. He gets those 2 kills. There's an opportunity to get a 4-on-3 situation, but still, like you see here, he gets the pick on Kenny and then gets another kill towards Kiyoshima. And that's a 4-on-3 situation. What you do then? You'll slow things down. You have the bomb down all the way almost to T-spawn. You go back, you team up, you go together to one of the sites. Instead, you had a guy walking to B, die, and then one guy in middle or A. And, you know, it was just not good. Not good.
It is do or die time here for Na'Vi. They've gone for the force buy. If they lose this, that is pretty much a wrap. Happy holding things down towards shot. Misses the second shot though. 2 players coming in with the Tech 9s, and there are 4 players towards the bomb site. But we've got NBK coming in and Kenyes in the shop. NBK again just holding things down as he does on so many maps for his team. And that's a wrap. Na'Vi getting absolutely wiped out. 4 people surviving for Envy. Rolling in cash as well. Match point and Na'Vi have the boot sale buy coming up. What are they going to get out of this?
Yeah, that was pretty much a desperation kind of a strat for Na'Vi, trying to go for that fast B split, not working at all. Happy getting that first kill, gets traded away, but then Envy, it was NBK that was in the site, getting to the new 2 next kills, and the rotation was coming in at that point. Na'Vi being outnumbered as well, not a lot going on for them, so it's not looking good for Na'Vi for sure. Na'Vi
going to the boot sale, taking their finest China plates, the sparkling glasses, everything, and they've mustered a Scout, an AK, and 3 Deagles. A few grenades here and there. Pawn shop was not kind. So Guardian to go down first again. Apex assisting Kenyes with that. Ciso with the Scout getting some work done, but the numbers are sitting for both sides, 3 versus 3. But the favor is not going Na'Vi's way again. The bomb is in T-spawn. They've got control of A, but the bomb is in T-spawn. There's only 2 of them left. Again, they're going to have to go for the frags here. There's still a minute on the clock here. Flamey managing to reload, being up against Happy and NBK now. NBK goes down, and that's it. Na'Vi will just about survive that.
What is going on here, James? Tell me, please. I mean, are they all allergic to the bomb, or why is it always in T-spawn? Tell me.
I don't know. But Na'Vi surviving for now. They're 6 rounds away. Interestingly, Envy are running short on the money here. We're going to see the buy coming out on this occasion. Apex only affording a 5-7. So if Na'Vi can take this round, then they have opportunity, but they have no opportunity for failure. Guardian and Apex respectively will be on pistols only. Kiyoshima coming in with the M4 with support as well. He's heavily tagged, but they're still finding more frags. There's only C's left. What has happened? 1 versus 4, and he doesn't have control of the bomb. He's in mid. He's susceptible to a short play, and the short play is coming in from NBK. We'll see his face the right way. Surely someone's going to shoot him in the back here. NBK got to shoot him in the face, in fact, and Envy will take it. 16-9 over Na'Vi.
Yeah, only getting 2 rounds in that T-half, not good enough. I mean, Na'Vi really had nothing going on. Anything they tried, it just got denied by Envy, and they were just on a different level individually. Team-wise, they were trading better. They were making everything pretty much. We're just going Envy's way this time around.
Very solid performance by Envy. Possibly the strongest team in the world at the moment, going to be making a play for that claim as this tournament goes on. Going to go over to Na'Vi and make the handshakes there. Na'Vi didn't have much to offer on the T side there, unfortunately for them, but they will go on and lament it overnight.
Yeah, the thing is, when you have individual performances like you have from Apex on this Envy side, who's really stepped up this game ever since joining this team, to be honest with you. He's just creating situations out of nowhere. He, like that one of the rounds where Happy was lost as the first kill for Na'Vi, and then Apex was in connector, creates 2 kills, and the round just goes all over to Envy. So things changed, and Envy makes it work.
All right, so looks like it's going to be NBK and Redeye over to the stage, so we'll leave it in your hands.
Thank you very much, NBK. Congratulations. Another quarter-final is confirmed, and a good win over Na'Vi. Always difficult, no easy matches, of course, at majors, but are you happier with a team like Na'Vi to give you a good game in the early stages of the major?
It's always good to have hard games at the beginning of the major because it makes you focus straight away, and you can't afford, especially in the best of 1, to give rounds away, which we did sometimes. So we saw our weaknesses. We know that we need to be more serious on some rounds. But overall, we played a very, very good game. We were extremely calm in the booth because it's completely noise-proof. So yeah, it was like in a church. There was no noise at all. We were super focused and calm, so that helped us a lot.
Okay, so it's Vicar of NBK from now on then in the church. I like that. In the way that it's been set up, you're now through to the quarterfinals, so you can focus on that now. But in terms of the pressure on you, I've talked to the other teams about this as well. You are one of the favourites. There's no getting away from that. Where does that sit with your mindset when you come into a game like this?
We try to take away that favorite part of us. We really want to be here and try to prove to everyone that we can do good. We had ups and downs online, and in our preparation as well. So we're here with absolutely no pressure. We can make it, but we have to prove it all. So yeah, it's going to be a very hot one. All the teams are on the same level, and yeah, just taking game after game.
Sure. I mean, since you've changed two new guys that have come in, not really two new guys, because you know the French scene just rotates players, right, all the time. Yeah. But since you've had the two new guys in, you've played really well, and it's almost worked instantly. What was the secret behind that?
I think it just clicked together. We're a team very defined by roles, and as long as everyone is following the line and just making what this person has to do, I think we can. I mean, we were good very, very quickly. So yeah, we just need to keep that line, not think about being a star or like trying to make some fancy plays, because that's what makes you lose in Counter-Strike. So we are just trying to focus on that heavily, and then we rely a lot on Happy for the tactical side. And yeah, that was pretty much it. We try to stay explosive in the game, and it just gives you good rounds sometimes, and yeah, we just play our luck.
Counter-Strike is obviously a team game, but you know, everyone talks about individuals and their performances and how many frags they've got and what have you. Yourself, I know you were very critical of your own play over the last few months, but how are you feeling personally about how you're playing and delivering in the team?
I think it's great here because we're all playing a lot and preparing a lot. So everyone can just, you know, go off on some games. And on myself, I like to believe that I can be the best at what I do in my roles. And so I just try to play as much as possible while trying to stay with the team, etc. But yeah, I have that little pride that makes me want to be the best. And yeah, just fighting hard every day for it. And at the moment in the whole team, it feels great because we know where we stand. And